students. Today again we are going to learn plants, its structure and function. So let us see ahead. Student, in the previous video we had learned about seed, root and stem. Today we are going to learn about leaves. Now student, what are leaves? Leaves are green, thin, flat organs responsible for photosynthesis, that is process of making their own food with the help of chlorophyll present in them. Now student, the green color of this plant is due to the presence of chlorophyll. Now next is it arises, that is comes out at the node of stem. Now student, I want you to watch a video how does the leaves arises from the stem. So have a look. Now, what are the function of a leaf? Green leaves prepare their own food by using water, minerals and carbon dioxide in presence of sunlight. This process is called photosynthesis. As you all know student, making of a food is called photosynthesis of a plant. This food is present into the leaves of the plant. Chloroplast is an organ of a leaf where the process of photosynthesis take place. Now, next important function is leaves removes excess of water. Okay, they excrete, they remove, they throw out excess of water from the plants through tiny pores. As you can see, microscopic zoomed pic of a leaf, a small tiny pores are present. This is nothing but stomata. This process of removing excess of water is called transpiration. Now student, these leaves are divided into three main parts. The first part is leaf base, second petiole and the third lamina. Now let us see in detail about these parts. Now, what is leaf base? Leaf base is the part where a leaf attaches to the stem. As you can see, this part where this leaf base, that is leaf, is attaches to the stem. This part is called leaf base. Now let us see what is petiole. As you can see in the image, this is petiole. Petiole is the long, thin stalk that links the lamina to the stem. What is lamina? This lamina is also known as leaf blade. This is green, in color, flat surface of the leaves. It consists of a small branch veins, as you can see in the image. The vein that runs along the middle of the lamina, as you can see this is the middle of the lamina, is called midrib or mid vein. As you can see, this is the entire part of a leaf. This is the leaf apex, leaf margin, this is vein, this is called midvein, leaf blade, this is called petiole, as I told you earlier, this is called stipule, and this is the leaf base where it attach with the stem. Now student, I want you to open your book and start labeling this leaf. Let us see how you will do it. What is venation in leaves? As you can see, there's an image and it is having two different kind of leaves, one broad and one narrow. Now we will see what is venation. Venation is defined as the arrangement of veins. As you can see, these two leaves, they are having different arrangement of a vein in themselves. And what does it do? Like, what is the function? Veins helps in supporting the lamina and in the transportation. This work as a vehicle for carrying water and food to different parts of the plant. There are two types of venation, reticulate and parallel. Now let us see reticulate venation in detail. As you can see in the image, a reticulate venation is formed. Student, reticulate venation is the one in which veins are randomly arranged, not in a sequence. It is randomly arranged and form a very complex, very difficult network. As you can see, no arrangement of veins are there. Okay, it forms a complex network. For an example, rose leaves. Student, now I want you to draw this reticulate venation diagram into your notebook. Parallel venation. As you can see in the image, there is one leaves and you can observe the veins of the leaf. In parallel venation, the vein lets run parallel to each other. As you can see how neat and nicely it is looking, parallel, systematic. This is nothing but parallel venation from the name parallel, as you know. So, example is banana leaves. Students, leaves are basically of two types, simple leaves and compound leaves. Let us see what is simple leaf. When a single lamina is connected to the main stem by a petiole, then it is said to be a simple leaf. In this type of a leaf, a single lamina, student, just remember this, single lamina is connected to the main stem, not more than one. Okay, this is said to be a simple leaf. What is compound leaf? When two or more laminas, okay, two or more laminas are connected to the main stem by a petiole, then it is said to be a compound leaf. These smaller laminas are called leaflets, as you can see in the image. This is nothing but leaflets. Now student, I want you to take a pause. Identify if the following leaves are simple or compound leaves? Your answer will look somewhat like this. Now student, I want you all to observe one video based on the blooming of a flower. Then we will start with the topic flower. What is the function of flower? A flower helps in reproduction of plants. Reproduction is the process by which new organisms are produced from their parent organism. So let us see how this reproduction occurs in a plant. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. As we already studied about different parts of flower, that is sepal, petals are non-reproductive part, stamens and carpels are the reproductive parts of a flower which contains germ cells. The flowers are of two types, unisexual and bisexual. In unisexual flowers, it contains either stamens or carpel. For an example, papaya and watermelon. In bisexual flower, it contains both stamens and carpels. Stamens. Stamen is the male reproductive part. It produces yellowish colored pollen grains. Carpel is the female reproductive part which is present in the center of the flower. As we see in the image, we can notice a swollen bottom part in the center of the flower which is called as a ovary. The middle elongated part is called as style and the terminal part at the top of the flower is called as stigma, which may be sticky. Inside the ovary, it consists of ovules and each ovule has an egg cell which is the female gamete. The pollen that is produced by pollen grain transfers from stamen to stigma. It moves through the style and reaches the ovary. The male germ cell or male gamete produced by pollen grain fuses with the female gamete is present in the. This is called as a fertilization. This fusion of both germ cell or both gamete gives us a zygote which has capability to grow into a new plant. If transfer of pollen occurs within the same flower, it is called as a self-pollination. If transfer of pollen from one flower to other is called cross-pollination. But how can pollen transfer from one flower to another flower? It can be transferred by agents like wind, water, or animals, etc. After fertilization, zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovule. The ovule develops a tough coat around it and gradually converts into a seed. The ovary grows rapidly and ripens to form a fruit. The seed contains embryo of future plant which develops into seedling in favorable condition. This process is called as a germination. You have seen now how reproduction takes place in flowering plant. Now we will see parts of a flower. As you already know by watching video, a flower consists of 4 parts: petal, sepal, stamen and pistil. Petals. This is a bright colored part that attracts bees, insects and birds. Color of petal varies from plant to plant. Sepal. Sepal is the green colored part below the petals. They protect the flower from when it is a bud. Stamen. This is the male reproductive organ of flower. It consists of 2 parts. Anther. It is a sac-like structure which produces and stores the pollens. And second, filament. It is a thin thread-like tube which supports the anther. Pistil. This is the female reproductive organ of a flower. It has 3 parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, it is the topmost part of pistil. Style, it is the long tube that connects stigma and the ovary. Ovary, it contains the ovule. It is also the part of the plant where the seed formation takes place. Let's have a look in a detail entire parts of a flower as we discussed earlier. Now we will see in short how flower help in reproduction. Anther, which is a part of stamen, produces small particles called pollens. Ovary, which is a part of pistil, produces particle called ovules. When the pollen goes inside the pistil and meets the ovule, then the ovule grows into a seed within a fruit. This process is called pollination. It can be done by the help of wind or insect. What is fruit? What is the function of a fruit? What does the fruit do? Fruits attract animals which consumes the fruit and throw the seeds somewhere far from the parent planet. Therefore, new plants are born at a distance and not just near their parent plant. So, fruit also help in one kind of a reproduction. This was the complete chapter. I hope you all liked it. So student, in the next lecture, we will start with a new topic. Till then, take care. And if you like this video and if you want to make such more informative videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share.